Guy, congratulations, you've joined the Melbourne Footy Club. Tell us how it all came about.
Yeah, pretty much sort of gone down the rookie B route sort of the last few months, and just trying to find the best place to sort of where I might get a decent opportunity and try and develop my footy. So it actually happened through Tim Lamb calling me up, and my best mate Joel Smith putting a few words in there as well. So it's been a hectic sort of few weeks for me, and I'm happy to be a part of the Melbourne Footy Club.
You've got a great story coming to the club. You were born in England, you're a cricketer, you've played for the Renegades, you've played with types like Chris Gale and Aaron Finch. I mean, it's an unusual entry for a person on an AFL list.
Yeah, it is. So I had to make the decision when I was about 17. So I went the cricket route, and my last game for the Renegades was when Chris Lim was bludgeoning me all over the tack for 15 and over. So not a great memory of my last game, but it's good to be back at footy. Yeah, looking forward to it.
So tell us about your footy, what you've played before as a junior.
Yeah, so I played at Melbourne Park in Moonee Valley, and then played a little bit of the Calder Cannons, sort of my last sort of under 16 games for them, and then Cricket Victoria offered me a contract, and it was sort of made the decision between footy and cricket, and obviously went the cricket route. So yeah.
And how high did you sort of get with your cricket? It was sort of Renegades and playing in the Victorian squad?
Yeah, so I was with the Victorian Bush Rangers for 5 years. I spent a year at the Melbourne Stars as a rookie, and then had 3 years at the Melbourne Renegades playing with like Chris Gale and Dwayne Bravo, and so it was an amazing experience for me, and I was lucky enough to play a game.
What was it like playing with the likes of Gale?
Yeah, it was amazing. He's the most chilled out sort of bloke I've ever played with, and when Chris Lim was smashing me all over the park, he sort of was the comforting factor in it, and just telling me to sort of back myself in and keep bowling. So yeah.
What sort of cricketer were you?
I was a fast bowling all-rounder, so I try and bowl as fast as I can and sort of come in and try and do my best to smash a few sixes at the end, which didn't come off very well normally.
But you also had to deal with a fair bit. You had a few injuries along the way when you were playing for Footscray in Premier Cricket.
Yeah, so I played with Footscray, Edgewater, my cricket side, and I unfortunately a few years ago came back from a shoulder surgery, which didn't go quite well, and needed another shoulder surgery last year, and so I didn't play cricket for about 3 years. So yeah, I sort of made a decision end of last year to sort of come back to footy, and so fingers crossed, get the body right and get it all right.
You were obviously born in the UK and moved to Australia. What age was that, and when did you start playing Aussie rules?
I was about 5 when I moved to Malaysia, and sort of went from Malaysia to Australia, and my mates when I was at primary school sort of convinced me to start playing footy, and I just saw this big round sort of footy, this oval footy, and I was like, what is that? I started kicking it like a soccer ball around, and it took me a while to get used to it and trying to bounce the ball, and so yeah, I got into footy when I was about 7 or 8 years old, yeah.
And what was the sort of clincher for you to make the move to footy, give it a go, and I guess a few clubs were also interested in choosing Melbourne in the end?
Obviously it helps with my best mate at Melbourne. The way he's developed and the way Melbourne have developed him over the last 3 years has been amazing for me to watch firsthand. And Melbourne's always, even when I came around the club, just seeing the way the culture is and the development coaches, it's a pretty amazing sort of thing. So that's why that sort of decision to stay in Melbourne as well also was a factor. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to getting started now.
What's the plan now for yourself?
I can have sort of 14 sessions with the club, sort of in the gym and all that sort of stuff until November 1. So for me, trying to get my body right and trying to get fit for November 1 to attack pre-season and try and get off to a good start.
Have you set any goals for next year or any aims at the moment?
No, just trying to get my body right. Sort of the last 3 years, haven't played much sport at all. Haven't played cricket or anything like that. So, just be nice to have a year without any injuries, and yeah, just fingers crossed that I do everything I can to get my body right and have a kick of the footy and try and keep developing as much as I can.
I'm sure Joel Smith's been a source of inspiration for you.
Oh, massively, yeah. His development over the last 3 years, and even seeing him play now, and sort of the place he's got to now, and he's got so much ability, and it's just great to see your best mate get on the park, and fingers crossed he can keep going the way he's going.
All right, mate. Great chatting to you. All the best for the future, and we'll look forward to seeing you playing footy on the G.
Yeah, thank you for that. Cheers.